Hey guys, this is quick guide on how to create a restricted areas. Okay, let's start with the easiest one. I will show you how to create a simple wall to restrict someone from accessing an area. So let's just enter our inventory and place a wall into our scene. Place this wall around your object or the area you want players to be restricted from, and then remove the opacity from the wall. Do not give this wall a property of a plant because because any object that gets the property of a plant will automatically lose its collision. So for the second method, we are going to block the access to this house that contains chests that we need to loot for our quest. Here I'm using doors just because it's a smaller object, but you can basically use anything from numpad to a wall to a NPC. It can be any item that just blocks the player from accessing the door. Here we are going to select behavior and it's going to be actor property switcher. So we are going to edit the message required to a simple keyword that is going to trigger our property on this object. Here we are changing the property to just collision. Of course, you can play with it because you can choose a different property for a different action that you want to be happening. And now the most important setting is going to be changing the filter mode to specific tags in the range. That means the collision disappearance is going to be happening just on this one object that we are using to restrict the player from accessing the area. In this case, is the door. I am just quickly going to create a button with behavior of an asker so I can turn on this behavior we are just testing. Of course, for you, it can be NPC, it can be quest, it can be done by triggered volume, basically anything that is going to send out the message. So if your scene looks like something like this, your whole house losing a collision, it's because you haven't changed the settings to specific tags. That is why it's important to always put a tag on your object. And now I'm going to show you how you can add visual effects to create an area of a restriction. The process is going to be exactly the same. I am going to be using wall. I am going to be giving a behavior of an actor property switcher. And instead of creating a button with asker, I will be just creating a trigger volume button. All right, our trigger volume is working. So now let's just remove the collision and add some visual effects. So for the visual effects, we are going to be using your best friend in this game creator, which is going to be numpad again. We are going to remove the components, that is a button component, and we are going to give it a visual effects. This is honestly the most fun part. You can just go through the visual effects, which there is a lot of visual effects to choose from, and you can choose the one you like the most, and you can customize it, and you can create your own special area of restriction. So now we're just going to place our button with visual effects to the right position on the map, and we are going to copy and paste this button just so we can duplicate the visual effects and make it a little bit stronger. All right, everything is working and looking good. So let's just remove collision and hide our button, and then let's add message that will switch off our visual effect. And that's pretty much it, guys. We have created our restricted area. It's just very easy once you get to understand how it works, and you can just play with it however you like and customize it however you like. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.